uh money management and shit. Like money management within the black community. And the crazy thing about this topic is there's people who want to enlighten their people. You see what I'm saying? Like, not the hate shit where, oh, we got to get these motherfucking different ethnic backgrounds out of our living area, but it's more so like, all right, I see why our people fucking up, and this is what we need to do to have it like how these people are doing it. Like, you'll use the Jews, for instance, and shit, not to come off crazy, but like how Jay-Z said people took offense to when he said, why Jews own all the land or property in America. It's like, if you think about it, a lot of Jewish people own a lot of property. And it's not that that's just them. It's a lot of black people that own property, white people that own property, Puerto Rican people that own property and shit. But it's just like, in order to be great, you got to study great. Still sharpen still, you know what I'm saying? So if you see somebody succeed in something like that, and it's like Jay-Z said in the Rap Radar interview, it's like, you see Kobe Bryant and shit like that, or let's use Steph Curry. You see, but he said Kobe, but I'm gonna say Steph. You see Steph Curry, you be like, damn, he good as shit at shooting threes. He can shoot from anywhere. What the fuck do he do to get that skill? He practice. You know what I'm saying? So if you study a motherfucker like that, like, all right, like how Kobe studied Michael Jordan, it's like he do Michael Jordan moves. He just add his own little twang to him and shit like that. Like Kobe got his own little thing, but it's like everybody know, like, he want to be like Mike. He see Mike as the bar. He wants to be either at the bar or above. And that's every person. Nobody wants to be number two. Like, as a person, and that goes back to the male ego thing. No man wants to be number two or under. You want to be number one at everything you do. Now, in life, it doesn't always work that way. There's situations where, you know what I'm saying, it just ain't your ball game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I can't sing. I could probably get better with singing if I went to classes and applied myself and did those steps. But for me to just go on stage and just start hitting high notes and just, like, come on. Really, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I know, you just got to know that shit. And that as a human, you figure that out. And it's just like, yo, I want to be great in this. I got to take the proper steps to be great at that. No one jumps off the porch and just, unless you're naturally gifted. And there's people who are naturally gifted in things like singing, rapping, entertaining, and comedy, you know, just in general, and it's like you're naturally that. But then there's something you lack in, and that's just all humans and shit like that. But what I'm saying is, you study greatness in order to be great or greater. So you look at, in rap, they use mobs for like the family oriented thing. Like we run our family like the mob run their family and shit like that. So it's like when Tupac says, it's not like we emulating the mob, because we know the history of Italians not liking black people. So we see how they operate as a unit. So it's like, all right, the mob, or not the mob, and it was not use the mob, Italians in general, they're family oriented from outsider view, from perspectives that people view, or I guess, you know, from, you look at Rocky and you look at Goodfellas and you look at Casino and things that, you know, portray that lifestyle. So you see that they're family oriented. They'll do anything for their friends and family. So if you look at that and you be like, all right, I respect that. I like that and shit. Like, all right, I want to operate like that. You study that shit. You don't gotta necessarily be out there acting like you Italian, but it's like you peep shit like Michael and The Godfather and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Don Corleone and shit. All that shit. Everybody want to be motherfucking cool Don Corleone, the OG, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you know. But back to the original thing with the Jewish people and the, you know, you study that. Like, all right, they're getting land in this community. They own all these houses. What are they doing to get all this? And then you figure them steps out. And it's just like, okay, let me get on the ball, and so I could do something for my people. And that's what it really be about. It's about helping. I'm more in a spiritual space where I want to help my people. Like, all my information, if I know something, I can't withhold it and use it against my people. I wouldn't feel right. I wouldn't be able to sleep right at night. So my whole thing is, when I learn things, I try to put it into the minds of other people. Now, if you're not ready for that type of information, then you're not ready for it. Now, I don't know everything. I'm just expressing things that I'm figuring out at the moment. So I could be wrong about a lot of things, or I could not have information for certain topics, and it's just like, oh, all right, like, you know, I'm talking about this, but I don't have the real whole in-depth information. But I'm telling people like, yo, we got to figure out a way to get the community back. I don't have every step to getting the community back, but when I figure it out, and it's like, okay, then I will move on it. But in the meantime, it's like I'm trying to preach it to people around me. So it's like the Tupac line is like, I may not be the person that changed the world, but I may be the person who sparked the brain of the person who changed the world. So I'm like that. It's more so like things I come across and information, and I convey it to people, and I'm like, all right, damn, bro, like, you ever thought about this? You ever thought about that? Like, and then some people, they have their views. It's like, I was talking to a coworker, and he was like, man, black people need to just move back to Africa. And in my head, I'm like, why we gotta go back to Africa? Like, the shit is here. Like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't make everything, but shit, we made some stuff. Like, and I'm not a nigga who know how to motherfucking build a house from the ground. I'm not a nigga who know how to motherfucking, I don't know. So we gonna go to Africa and do what? That mean we gotta take all the motherfucking, all the resources with us. You know what I'm saying? We got to, like, who really knows how to get industrial fucking washing machines if you want to open a laundromat? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may know, but not everybody know. Like, what you go over Africa? Like, I'm gonna open a laundromat. I'm gonna go to Africa. I'm gonna be the motherfucking, I'm gonna be the tailor of the tribe or the neighborhood and shit. I'm gonna go to Africa. And then you also got to think, like, for real, that Africans really don't even, like, African Americans and shit, Africans don't really fuck with us like that. Like, they look down on us. So it's like us going to Africa to be like, it'll probably be a thing amongst us. The people that was born in America versus the people that was born in Africa. So now they're like, oh, y'all came from Africa to take our land over and all this our shit. Like, it'd be just like how America treat Mexicans. Like, they say Mexicans jump over the border and take the jobs and all that shit. It'd be just like that. Like, all of the African Americans move from America and go to Africa. All right, yeah. It'd be popping in Africa, but it's like the Africans would be like, yo, like, go back to where y'all came from. Y'all taking the money from our shit. Unless y'all coming over here putting money in our pockets. You know what I'm saying? Which it won't be the routine, because we already know every person, not black, white, green, whatever and shit. Every person is everybody's not that one thing. Everybody's not on the same page, especially in the black community. If you really break it down, like, there's not a whole lot of people on the same page. Like, everybody got their own personal things. It'd be like, all right, racism, that's some shit motherfuckers go hard for. Some people, they go hard for, like, cancer causes and finding cures for diseases. Then there's people who, they want to just uplift the community in the fashion sense. And then there's people who, they're artsy, so they just wanted the people to be aware of black art. And, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, there's people in different lanes, but not everybody's on the same page, because everybody wants to be great in their field. So it's just like, as far as me speaking on black people, as bad as we want to have our own shit, is like, we can't coexist. And even if we do coexist, how long can we coexist? You really think about that, like, it's like any group, band or whatever and shit. Band dismembering shit for the littlest shit. Motherfucker got a new girlfriend, now he changing because he's trying to fucking keep his girlfriend happy and be in the band. And then it's like, and you come down to what's more important. So it's like, even if we're on the same page, we'll be probably on the same page for a nice long time and shit, but then the interior of the whole foundation is gonna start cracking due to this petty shit. Motherfuckers want more money for stuff. Motherfuckers got questions on why this is that and that is this, and you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z with the title shit. It's motherfuckers that's black people that's straight stealing. Like, fuck it. I'm not subscribing to title. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna wait till niggas put links out, and I'm gonna just get niggas albums like that. You know what I mean? You take it from another person's plate, but at the same time, you thinking selfishly, like, I don't know that person. I'm tired of that motherfucker. Fuck him, you know what I'm saying? Do my own numbers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, in the midst of that, you gotta just, it's like in the black culture, you gotta have that ego of, I'm going for the number one spot, but you also gotta have that humbleness of, I don't want to throw it in people's face. Because when you get to a certain level of success and you just start becoming real braggadocious, motherfuckers can't wait to see you fall. They can't wait to see you fail. Like, and that's what make Jay-Z so fucking, so, what's the word, like mythical. Like he's like motherfucking Santa Claus and shit. Like, you know, when he do appear in front of things, people pay attention because they're not used to seeing Jay-Z. They're not used to seeing him do interviews. So it's just like when he do interviews on Tidal exclusively, it's like, oh shit, I gotta see the whole interview. Whether than you see like a Kevin Hart thing, because you see Kevin Hart, he go on promo runs. So it's like you go see Kevin Hart on The Breakfast Club, Angie Martinez, Hot 97 Ebro in the morning. You may see him in a Dallas radio show, Big Boy Neighborhood, Sway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you'll see him do so many fucking, you'll see him so much. It's like, fucking a Kevin Hart interview will drop. You're like, I'll catch that shit when I catch it. But Jay-Z is not a person. He's so secluded, and him and Beyonce and them, they be on some other shit. Whether though Kanye and Kim, they on some old, you know everything about the motherfuckers. And when the motherfuckers had brunch, the motherfuckers, they was in Italy. TMZ always catching the fucking drama between motherfuckers and shit. So it's like, when you hear Hove and see him, it's just like, oh shit, it's like a fucking groundhog coming out and shit. And it's be like, oh shit, look, stop what you're doing. Like, you, oh shit, oh. Like, he has that type of power. Like, Beyonce has that type of power. He has that type of power and shit. So, just like, you don't want to draw yourself out too much. I forgot my point, but you don't want to draw yourself too much and shit. And that's another reason why I fuck with the 444 album, because, and it's a tangent, I fuck with the 444 album because it's just like, it's 10 deep songs that got meaning to it and shit. The songs, each song has a meaning. Even when he, like, his Rap Radar interview, he got exclusively on Tidal right now. You can't go nowhere but Tidal to get to see this interview. You know what I'm saying? Not even Rap Radar, they website or they YouTube channel got this shit yet. They'll probably upload it 3-4 months from now at the Tidal, and fucking it started, like, you know, niggas like, alright, I didn't see this shit a million times. This shit loses value on Tidal. So like, alright, fuck, upload that shit on YouTube so they get 1 million views and shit like that. And that's how we gonna kick y'all off and shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna put bread in y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? In a motherfucking era where 1 million subscribers is guaranteed you a check somewhere down the line. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so many avenues to make money, but it's also gift and curse. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the 444 album, that shit is just crazy. Like, it's like it's my favorite Jay-Z album, for real. Is that Reasonable Doubt, American Gangster, and then I have my moments where shit just, the albums just become, as I get older, they just start, I rearrange them and shit. Like, I put fucking Blueprint 3 at the bottom of my Jay-Z albums, even though it got good songs in there, like, what we talking about, Every Day a Star is Born. I'm trying to think and shit. The song with Pharrell and shit. I can't think of what the fucking song is called and shit. I keep thinking Allure, but it's not Allure and shit. That's Black Album. Oh, fuck. It got Pharrell on it and shit like that. He was talking about how his uncle or teacher said he wouldn't be shit, and he proved them wrong. Ambitious, or I think Ambitious, or I can't think of the song right now, but it's on there. But it's just like he gave y'all 10 of those, you know what I'm saying? And then it's personal shit, so it was like the people that was waiting for the fucking Lemonade responses, you're getting that, then you're getting the Kanye shit, and then you're getting personal shit on how he feel about his dad and how he feel about certain situations, then people nitpicking at the project and taking their own thing from it and shit like that. And it's just like, it's a great body of work and shit like that. And speaking, you know, of that, it's just like, to keep it on the hip hop side, Dave East put out a good project and shit, Paranoia and shit like that, a true story. It's a good motherfucking project. Like, bottom line, like, from track 1 to the end of it. Like, I'm not gonna do like a crazy ass review. 13 tracks, you know what I'm saying? He got skits on there and shit, and there's not too many skits, so I fuck with it. Like, so out of the 13 tracks, it's probably like 2 or 3 skits or some shit like that. So it's probably like 10 songs for real. So it's an overall good body of work, and I fuck with him. Like, and my homie put me on the Dave East, and it's just like, I fuck with Dave East. He's like that East Coast dude and shit. He's like, in my eyes, like the New York Meek Mill, I guess you would say. Like, because Meek Mill is like the East Coast guy and shit. Like, he's coming back from a crazy point. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was like going through so much, and then it's like he came back with the hot new album, the freestyles and shit, the good music, and just all this shit that's good right now. And it's like little shit, like I guess he got arrested for riding dirt bikes in New York, but that's a little petty shit, you know what I'm saying? It come, it go, you know what I'm saying? But at the moment, like, he winning right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's winning. And it's just, it's crazy because when you follow people's careers and shit like that, it's people who you grow with, these artists, these entertainers and shit like that. Like, if you really think about when Chris Brown first came out in 05, 06, how old was you? Chris Brown was like 16 when he first came out. He's 20 something. He's probably like 30 now, I think. He's probably like late 20s, early 30s and shit. Gotta think about that. Like, the time, like the shit that went in a motherfucking ear, into his mental, and the thought process between things, dealing with fame and success. And you gotta think about that. Like, it's so much. It's crazy because you'll hear stories of people who had all this fame but was broke, or they had all this money, unhappy. And like, can you imagine having millions and trillions of dollars, or not even trillions, but like millions of dollars to do what you want, but you did everything. You did everything in your first 6 months to a year as whatever you are, a football player, entertainer, or whatever, sports athlete, however, whatever you go about it and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, then you think about that type of shit, and it's just like, can you really, like, I look at it from myself and shit. Like, or if I had millions of dollars right now, it was so much I would do. But then it's like, after you fix all that shit and you got another million, what do you do next? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where you want to invest in things and all that and shit like that. But then it's like, you got all this money to do what you want. It sounds good to say, oh man, if I had all that money, I'd just invest and I'd sit on that shit. I have spurred of moments where I'd be like, man, look, fuck this. I'm about to go shopping today. I'm about to grab me some boots. I'm about to grab me some clothes. I'm about to buy some dumbass shit. Like, we humans, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy because it's just like human nature. Humans. Like, if you think about it, like, as a human, being a human is hard. It's not easy. Under no circumstances. You could be a homeless bum. You could be the richest man in the world. Like, it's not easy at all. Like, under no circumstances and shit. Like, it's never a typical, okay, my life is just so sweet, I ain't got to do nothing. You always got to deal with shit. To the richest person in the world, to the brokest person in the world, you always got personal issues and personal demons you got to deal with. Such as, like, addiction, phobias, things like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so crazy because it's not things that people look at as serious. Like, when people say they depressed, like, people really depressed. Like, it's people that want to kill themselves. It's people that really feel as though, like, life would be better if they wasn't here. You got to think about the mentality for a person who hangs themselves, the mentality for a person who kills themselves. Like, to be at that point, like, it's a movie on Netflix called, or it's not a movie, a series, a show, 13 Reasons Why. This girl made 13 reasons why she slit her wrist in her tub and killed herself. Like, the psyche behind it, like, people think, oh, there's something wrong with that person. No, it's something wrong with the world. Like, to really go through, as a person, to go through that, and you can't go to nobody, because everybody has their personal shit. So it's like, for instance, like, when people say, oh, damn, niggas don't check on me when I'm stressed out, but everybody running me with their problems. Right. Because everybody needs somebody to vent to. Everybody just can't, everybody not as sensitive as the next person. There's people who hold shit in because they know this person doesn't understand my situation. I don't want to hear everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. I'm not looking for I'm not looking for to be pacified. I'm looking for solutions. Some people, that's the solution. Like, you look at people like Robin Williams and you be like, damn, all that money he had and shit, how the fuck we depression. Like, depression and just I guess he had alcoholism. That was like one of his vices or whatever. So it's just like, can you imagine, like, all right, I'm a public figure. I drink excessively. But I know my drinking can steer me wrong. That's what I love to do, but I can't do it. You know what I mean? So people have the moments where you sitting in the house or you sitting somewhere, or you going somewhere, and you just got time to reflect on life, and you just thinking about these things, and it's just like, yo, what if I wasn't here? Like, this shit is just, it's so much going on. Like, it's like so many billions of people in the world, and it's just everybody got their shit going on with them. And it's to the point where it's just like, okay, these people got these things going on with them, but everyone's looking for the solution. Everybody may not have a solution for you. So when you go to vent to people, some people don't even, like I said, some people don't want to be pacified. I'm looking for solutions. Like, if I'm stressing about things going on in my life and I'm trying to vent to you, I'm looking for a conversation. I'm not looking for you to tell me it's going to be all right. We're going to get through this. God got a plan for you. Like, I'm not trying to hear that. Don't pacify me with that. Like, give me solutions or help me get to the solution. Like, you know what I mean? So that's the thing. So as a human, you got to deal with that type of shit. You got to deal with your internal thing, the personal shit you got going on. Like, it's easy to get to know somebody else. Figuring you out is the hard thing. Like, figuring the decisions you make to please other people and to please yourself all in one shot. Like that's difficult. That's difficult. Can you imagine, like, being an entertainer? Your fan base, they love you for this. You don't want to do that anymore. But that's your job. You gotta, like Justin Bieber. Like, Justin Bieber, like a lot of them child stars, their core fan is kids. You gotta step out of that eventually. Like, you look at Justin Bieber getting tattooed, he cursing, he doing some old reckless shit. But it's just like, you gotta remember, when he came in, he was probably, like 16, 15, 13 or whatever. He's like 20 something now. Like, he's a grown ass man. Like, he's having sex with women. He's smoking, he's drinking. It's like he's an adult. Like, so it's like when people be like, oh, he changed, and it's like, yeah, I'm not 16 anymore. I'm 24, I'm 23. Like, I drink, I party, I hang with rappers, I do this. Like, I got my own personal vices and shit. So people, they don't look at certain situations from a clear perspective. They look at it from a personal perspective of, if I was that person, if that was me, with the intentions of how they are. Like, there's people who, like, certain situations, like the Jay-Z and Solange situation, people look at that like, oh, man, he tripping. I'd fucking slap that bitch, she'd put hands on me. Then there's people who understand, they be like, nah, he did the smart thing. Because if he'd have fucking put hands on her, what? Jay-Z career be fucking over. I don't give a fuck what you say. It's just like Chris Brown. Chris Brown had that incident with Rihanna and shit. He'll never be able to let that down. Under no circumstances. He could fucking cure cancer and shit. Somebody will still be like, well, he do hit women, though. He cured cancer, but he's a woman beater. You know what I'm saying? Like with Bill Cosby, all the lives he changed and saved. But nah, he's a rapist. Allegedly. He's a rapist. You know what I'm saying? So it's that line of when you want to give to your people, but then your people also attack you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like being a human is hard. Being a human is not easy. Like when you want to do things out of the good, but there's a person attacking you from all angles, and you just like with the Rap Radar thing, Jay-Z was trying to explain like his whole move with the whole Brooklyn Nets thing. It wasn't a money move to him. I wasn't there. I don't know how Jay-Z thinks. I'm just going by what he says and his view. It wasn't a money thing. Like, he did that for his borough. He didn't do that as a, oh, all right, well, I'm going to cash out on all this bread and I'm going to change the team from Jersey to Brooklyn. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like people laugh at him and it's like, you did a bad deal. The team was ass and you didn't make no crazy bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I didn't do it for me though. I did it for us. I did it for, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like with me, like, if I could bring all the people in my circle to a situation where they don't gotta do certain things, like where they don't have to sell weed, they don't have to keep going in and out of jail to provide for their family. I could give them jobs, I can employ them. If I was in that position, I would hop to it in a heartbeat. I love helping my people out. I love the satisfaction of being of service to someone and shit that I care for and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I always wanted to do. Like, I always wanted to find a way where me and my friends could be in a comfortable space and shit like that. Like, I could, like, even if I was to do anything, like, if I was to be rich from anything, music or whatever, I found my way in. One of the few things I'm doing, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be giving people money, but this is gonna be like, damn, bro, I'm going to the, it'll be little shit. Like, I'm going to the Sixers game. I got floor seats, bro. You trying to come with me and shit? Motherfucker, like, I ain't got no break. Don't worry about it, bro. I got you and shit. Like, you cool, my nigga. I got you. Like, don't worry about it. Listen, don't bring no money. You cool, bro. Like, I'm gonna have a fucking Uber come scoop you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have an Uber come scoop so-and-so when we out. Like, don't worry about that. But I'm not in that position. So, but I'm saying if I was in that position, I would move like that. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be cautious with that too, because you start doing too much for motherfuckers don't appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? They'll appreciate you for the moment, but then once you tell them, no, bro, I ain't got it for you, then you showing off, you Hollywood, you this, you know what I'm saying? Depending on, then it'll be motherfuckers who come around you with that intention. So, you know what I'm saying? And go back to that motherfucker. It's hard being a human. It's hard. Like, you gotta really learn how to trust motherfuckers. You gotta figure people out. Like, all right, this motherfucker, all he worrying about is self. So I know I can't be around this type nigga because all he gonna be worrying about is himself. You know what I mean? So, and it's just like, like in the midst of, like, when you get old and you think back and you think about all the decisions you made, good, bad, you gotta think about, was it all worth it in the sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, was it like, the decision I made here was this, me doing this caused this to happen. If I wouldn't have did this, then this wouldn't happen. And you're putting your life together, and you be like, damn, if I probably would have went to college, I probably would have did this. Or damn, if I wouldn't have been in that car and us getting locked up, that wouldn't have led to me getting this. So now I can't have this type of employment because I got this on my record. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have the moments where you sitting back and you just looking at life and you just like, damn, if I could start over with the same information that I got now, what? Imagine the information you soaked up. You get 60 and let's say God gives you another shot. Start from scratch. Clean slate. But you got the wisdom up here of a fucking a 70-year-old as a child. Like, what? Fucking child prodigy. Like, in school, fuck that. I graduated already. You know what I'm saying? You'll run through high school in a fucking week. You be like, oh, I know this shit. I know how to fucking multiply. I know how to add. I know how to read. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Get to the good shit. You know what I'm saying? Show I got ideas, baby. You know what I'm saying? But which goes back to the God thing. You know what I'm saying? I believe in reincarnation. Like, when you die, there is no heaven or hell. You, depending on your life, you come back as, you know, some people got good lives, some people born in a bad situation, some people born in a situation where their mom is a motherfucking a crackhead, dad gone, or dad a crackhead, and motherfuckers sell their kids. So it'd be like, can you imagine being an orphan, or a motherfucker your mom sold you to get high? So you living with a foster parent, and you know what I'm saying, like that type of lifestyle. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying, like we don't always choose our situations, and as humans, we never choose to be here. It's up to our parents to fucking mold us into the people we are, and it's also our responsibility to not let the mistakes of people around us affect us. But it's just like, You know what I'm saying? You gotta deal with what you deal with. Like, if you went through your whole life of motherfuckers stealing from you, then you put that wall up on people. You don't trust motherfuckers because motherfuckers stole from you so much. So it's like you gotta be cautious of people you bring around you and shit. So, you know. But the bottom line is, like, it's hard being a human. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's not easy to just wake up and just have so much on your plate and just, you know, you manage, and that's what you got to do. Like, you just can't, you put the stone face on, even when you in pain, your moments of, you feel as though you want to break down and cry because life is so stressful, but crying ain't gonna do nothing. It'll probably, you know, help for the moment to get that built up tension out, but it's not gonna, you know, be the solution. Still got bills to pay, still gotta go to work, you still gotta fix things, you still got relationships and shit that you need to, you know, deal with. You know what I'm saying? Affairs you got to deal with. That's just human. You know what I'm saying? It's Q perspective shit. You know what I'm saying?